them all. Adventures rise with the break of day. A brand new world is here to stay. The mountains echo with the roar. Each heartbeat's tune is asking for more. The mysteries whisper, come and see. Unlock the chains to set us free. The sky bends low, the rivers flow through valleys wide where courage grows. No fear can stand, no chance to fall. The future calls us, hear it all. Onward we run through the gray unknown, chasing the stars, making them our home. Adventures rise with the break of day. A brand new world is here to stay. The mountains echo with the roar. Each heartbeat's tune is asking for more. The mysteries whisper, come and see. Unlock the chains to set us free. Along we run through the great unknown, chasing the stars, making them our home. Adventures rise with the break of day. A brand new world is here to stay.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another Inner Sleuths live stream. Today we are hopping back into PAX Day. We just got the update for verse 3. It's been pretty decent so far. It's got quite a few bugs, unfortunately, and some weird quirks with the building and stuff that we've noticed going on. We're heading out to a dungeon currently. We're going to be doing some dungeon crawling tonight. We've already, I think it was 4 days ago, something like that. We went in, we were clearing out a dungeon. We got most of the, about half the way through it before our weapons all broke. That's one of the big things right now is your weapons will break super, super fast. It's unbelievably fast that your weapons break right now. Hoping they reconsider that. I also found out some other little bugs and quirks and things that have been happening with the damage system and the AI and all kinds of stuff like that. But we're going to be hopping into some dungeons tonight and we're going to have some fun. We are going to be absolutely smashing face because we have 3 parties worth of people going up to just have some fun, level up, get some loot, experience if anything's different in the dungeons for verse 3 of PAX Day. We got a bunch of people in chat already. I'm going to be doing my best to read your guys' messages. It's my favorite thing to do is to read your guys' messages, and I try to read every single one of them, but we're going to be in a dungeon, so it's going to be hard to keep up with all of them. If you want something read, make sure you put it in a super chat. I'm going to start the goal right now, actually. We'll do 5 light blue super chats over the next 3 hours. Call it PAX Day Dungeons. There we go. Before we get into everything, we had Symbolic. Thank you for the super chat for your 7 months. Popped us with 4 quad fires. And then he sent 5 Inner Sleuth gifted memberships before the stream even started. So thank you very much for that, Symbolic. Those went out to, let me see here, they went out to Radu PNT, White Lotus, Ryan Powell, Eva B, and Sunny. So congratulations, you guys were gifted 1 month of membership here to the channel. It comes with a lot of perks. If you're on our community Discord server, which everyone should be, it's a great place to hang out, meet some fun people to play PAX Day and other games with. We play all kinds of games over at Cheeky Buggers United. That's our greater community. We play PAX Day, World of Warcraft, we play Star Citizen, Dune Awakening, private servers for Valheim, V-Rising, you name it. We got private servers for all kinds of stuff going on at any given time. If there's enough people interested, we throw a private server up free of charge to all of our members. If you guys would like to join there, you can type !Discord in chat and you'll get a link over to our community Discord server where you guys can hang out and play all kinds of games with us. If you'd like to take that to the next level and you'd like to become a verified community member, a a verified CBU member, you can head over to our website. There are several applications over there already that are pending, as well as several applications to the Fellowship of the Free Cities. I'll touch briefly on these so you guys know what I'm talking about. If you'd like to join the Order of the Blood Brothers and actually become one of our clan members, one of our brothers and sisters, you go over to the website and there's an application process. You just go to www.cheekybugger.net or type !website in chat. That will get you a link over to our website where you can submit your very own application to join the Order of the Blood Brothers. If you are wanting to join the Fellowship of the Free Cities, which is our RP clan initiative, it's an out-of-character governance system in order to make sure that everyone understands the separation of in-character, out-of-character, and the basics of roleplay. You can do that over on the website as well. There's a separate application that only the leader needs to fill out, and that comes with a lot of different perks. That'll get you a representative in the Free Council, which is a representative over on our Discord, where you have instant access to admins and direct support channels and stuff like that, because you will be the governance of your clan within the Fellowship. Let me scroll down here. We just had another super chat come in. Don't forget to like the stream. Ange has got our first out of 5 super chats towards our super chat goal. Ange, thank you so much. Appreciate you. But yeah, if you'd like to join the Fellowship and you want your clan to be a part of something bigger than yourselves and you want to have friends in and out of character, you can do so by going over to our website and submitting that application. It's relatively new, so the infrastructure is still being built up, but it's a great way to get recognition for your clan. We promote you from within, so you go on the Chartered Free Cities list, and we recruit for each other. So we advertise for the Fellowship in our advertisement posts, and we make sure that people understand that, you know, we're all about roleplay, because at Bloodhaven, here in the Order of the Blood Brothers, we're building Bloodhaven, which is the RP hub of PAX Day. We're crossing across another border right here. Oh, there's Raz. Why is Raz naked? Why is Ange naked? Oh my god. Is that a bug? Oh, it was a bug. Ange was completely naked. Holy crap. All right, we got Maven, Loop, Sa, Rudder, Symbolic. We got Watson. We got... Who else is in chat? We got Black Pickle, Fadrill, Rezox, The Red. Great to have you in. We got Waylo. I don't know if I said Rudder. We got a Rudder, Athena, Blimpy. Great to see you guys. Welcome into the stream. I hope you guys are excited for some PAX Day fun here tonight. We're going to be running a lot more dungeons. We're going to be running a ton of dungeons in the upcoming weeks. I'm pretty sure we got a world first. 3-4 days ago, we went through a dungeon, and I haven't recorded, we haven't edited it yet, but we already have gone through a dungeon. If you guys have any questions or anything about PAX Day, please do not be shy. It's my favorite thing to do is to read your guys' messages and interact with you guys in chat. You're going to hear all kinds of crazy noises. I'm going to be balancing my game audio here. I'm going to take it down a couple notches. Bear with me. Minus 15 decibels seems to be the sweet spot. I don't know why my game volume is so much louder than it normally used to be. We have been having a bunch of audio glitches and stuff like that. Where are you in the world? I'll show you guys where we're going to be running through here once we get there. Early on in the game, we would show off the dungeons live where we were going and stuff, and we'd have trolls come. I'm not saying you guys are trolls, but there's a lot of people who do some shady stuff to try and get at the Blood Brothers and at me for whatever reason. You know, you get your haters in life, and I guess that means you're doing something right. But I'll show you guys here in just a moment once we get over to the dungeon, then you guys can know where we're at. Anyone is welcome to come with us on this dungeon run. We're going to be breaking in the dungeons here. Normally we run exclusively with allies and clan members. Just because there's so many of us, we're running 3, 4, 5 dungeon groups at a time all across the world. But we are going to be doing these first couple. Anyone's going to be welcome to come with us. Again, Fellowship of the Free Cities is an out-of-character... It's an out-of-character thing, but we do have in-character alliances as well. We have the Bastion Concord, which is a PvP alliance, and all kinds of stuff like that. Plastic says, I'm definitely a troll. I don't think you're a troll, Plastic. I've only ever seen you act in good faith, brother. But welcome into the stream, everybody. This stream, I'm going to be kind of getting back to my roots. I'm going to be joining the other Blood Brothers over on Discord. I'll be able to hear them. They'll be able to hear me at times, but you guys will not be able to hear them. So if you hear me chuckle at something or if I'm answering someone's question, I'm also running the dungeon group. The officers and the high up ranked people, they know what's going on in here, obviously, but I'm still going to be giving some direction and keeping it all nice and tight as we go through here. So if you hear me chatting with somebody you can't hear, it's someone over on Discord. Right now I'm deafened on there though while I do my intro and stuff, but huge shout out to all my channel members. Thank you guys for all the continued support. We had a ton of people sign up for the Sleuth Squad, our highest tier membership in the last couple streams, as well as other tiered memberships as well. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for all of the support, and thank you for all the super chats and everything. It's because of you guys that I'm able to do these streams and run the community and the servers and the clan and do my YouTube channel full time, because I do this full time just for you guys, and I'm able to stay independent and not have sponsorships and things like that because of it. In fact, if YouTube starts to change the way their memberships work and tries to put ads on the streams and stuff even more than I want there to be, we will definitely be turning off ads on the channel as well, because I want you guys to have a good viewing experience, and that's all going to be possible because of our channel members. So thank you guys so much for all that support. Really do appreciate you guys. All right, I'm going to unpause Tangia. If you guys would like to interact with Tangia, you can type !Tangia on stream now, and you'll get a link over to our Tangia page. People will periodically do Tangia dungeons. They're a fun little interactive dungeon thing. They're like they're kind of like a little passive dungeon. We got a whispering soul in the back. But if you already have the Tangia page pulled up and someone starts a dungeon, then you'll be able to join it for free because they've already paid for that dungeon. And they're kind of fun. You can earn redemption. You can get redemptions for free little tokens, or not tokens, tickets they're called, I think. And you can use those for different interactions. I think it's lowercase t. I think it is lowercase. I'm not positive if upper. Oh, there you go. It did actually work. I thought it was just lowercase t, but it did work. Yeah, Tangia is just a fun little thing to interact with the stream. But if you guys have any questions about PAX Day, I know there's a lot of people who tune into these who are on the fence about PAX Day. They've been following its development over the past year or more, because I was in the alphas as well, streaming. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, as long as it's in good faith, I look forward to reading your guys' comments. I do my best to read all of your comments, so I try to interact with you guys as much as possible. If I didn't like interacting with you guys, I would just do videos or something, you know. I do a little mix of both, but I mostly am a streamer, but... Welcome into the stream, everybody. We are nearing our destination. We're gonna make sure everyone's grouped up here. This is gonna be crazy. This reminds me of the good old days when we used to come in here and just... You don't need this many people, guys. This is not necessary. There are no raid groups in the game yet. There's no world bosses or anything like that. This is 100% overkill. But you know what? In traditional Blood Brothers style, apparently, you know what? We must love overkill. We love doing things together as a group. If you guys are looking for a great home to play all kinds of games with, you'll never find a better group of people. I'm convinced. This is the best group of people in the world. Not to say there's not others out there, but we really do our due diligence. I mean, we vet and verify every single person who's joining in order to keep things nice and friendly and fun. We are very welcoming, very open, very accepting. So if you guys are looking for a great place to hang out, you have found the correct place. Pickle's going to be our main tank today. We have several off tanks, multiples of healers, a litany of DPS. There are a bunch of new abilities and stuff with verse 3. You have big ground slams for your Great Maul. You have wind sweep, which I'll do right now so you can see back here. This wind sweep will pull enemies towards you and stack them up, which is great for tanks and DPS, be able to DPS them down. Plastic says there's no such thing as overkill, only overwhelm. I like that. I actually like that, Plastic. I'm going to adopt that. That's absolutely true. We just like to overwhelm. We flood things with our numbers and our skill in order to absolutely obliterate anything in our way. I like that. Flippy says, do we ever take stragglers on these runs? Or do you ever take stragglers? So here's the thing with that. We have no problem taking other people who aren't in our clan. We love when people come to Bloodhaven and are just, we'll have people just come to town and they're like, hey, it'd be cool if you could take me through. I just want to see the inside of a dungeon and stuff. And yeah, we'll just take you through. But for people who want a little more of a role play, We do have the Black Bloods. The Black Bloods can be hired transactionally. They're a mercenary group. They're an enclave within the Order of the Blood Brothers, and they can be hired to take you through dungeons or acquire certain pieces of rare material and sigils and things like that. So they will determine if there's a fee or anything like that, but that's mostly for role play. Like we will take other people through dungeons and stuff. Yeah. So like if you need to come through to do something, it's just hard sometimes because we have so many of our own members. We have so many allies, and we have 260 something members now. So it's hard to justify taking outsiders through on dungeon runs, but we love doing community outreach and stuff. We're all about interacting with those around us and stuff. And that's why we have Bloodhaven as the communal hub. I mean, we have over 260 people just in our clan alone. Then we have our like 5-6 allies. We have the 5-6 people in the fellowship. So there's tons and tons of clans that we interact with on a daily basis. If you want to have more free access to be able to run those dungeons and stuff with us, allies for most dungeon runs can go with us, but we do take people who aren't allied with us and who aren't part of the fellowship and things like that through, obviously. Yeah, we don't have a problem with that. But if you want to do it in more of a role play way, you can go through the Black Bloods. Over on our Discord, we have the bounty board where you can put up quests and bounties and negotiate prices with the Black Bloods within the Order of the Blood Brothers there on the Discord on the bounty board. That's what that is designated for. But I want people to think like, oh, we have to hire you to do this. You don't really necessarily have to. I mean, we're here just to have fun and play the game, and we want to make as many friends as possible along the way. But we are really big into role play. So that being said, we are going to be role playing, even though we're not on a role play server. Blippi says thanks. Yeah, absolutely, man. If anyone else has any questions, just let me know. We've had a lot of problems where we had to relog as well. So keep that in mind. James says I would have joined, but I have no gear as I test literally underwear with a pointy stick. Oh man, does anyone in town who can get James some gear so that he can come join us? Because I don't want anyone to feel like they're left out. Everyone's welcome to come with us. Pete, how's it going? Pete says Guild Wars 2 just put a piano in the game. That has brought so many people back. End game is music. Chatted to a dev in game. Said this was phenomenal. Pete, that sounds really cool, man. I may have to check out Guild Wars 2 again at some point. I really liked Guild Wars 2. I thought it was kind of cumbersome with their resources. Not the resources, that's the wrong word. The currencies was kind of overwhelming, but the gameplay was really great in Guild Wars 2. I really quite enjoyed that game. I didn't play too much of it, but I really did like it quite a bit. Once World of Warcraft comes out with their player housing in the fall, that's going to be really interesting to see. With the next expansion, they're bringing in player housing where you're going to be able to have your own guild cul-de-sacs and stuff like that. It's going to be pretty cool to see that as well. There's so many great games to play right now, and that's why I think a lot of people are on the fence about PAX Day. They're kind of waiting for it to go full release and stuff, but I want to be able to show you guys exactly what it has to offer, so that way you know if it's worth your hard-earned money or time. There's a lot of great games going on right now, though. Dune has been a lot of fun as well. I'm going to bump up the in-game volume just a touch. 1 decibel there. Yeah, Guild Wars is a lot of fun. I haven't played it in quite some time, though. All right, looks like we're moving. We got Fadril and Pickle up there in front, our main tanks. We got Sa as our off tank. You can see the stabs on our healers. There's actual healing abilities now. Oh, Xuse and Moon did come. Hopefully they got into a party. You guys should have had room in Sa's party, I believe. If anyone is back in Bloodhaven who can get gear for James, or James, if you have access to the clan bank, grab whatever gear you can, man, if you want to run out here and meet us. You're more than welcome to. But we will be doing more of these, so don't feel like you're going to be missing out too much. Obviously, we're gonna be doing a bunch of dungeons. It's one of the most fun things in the game, in my opinion. And once we get actual mechanics from actual bosses and world bosses and things like that in game, hopefully #SoonTM, it's really gonna bring these dungeons to life. They are a lot more difficult now, but I think that's because we have healers. The healers are very, very strong. Here we go, our first pull. We're not into the dungeon just yet. We have to actually fight our way down into it. We need to get the deceivers first. Deceivers always need to die first. Because they heal. See that giant heal they throw out? My party can't hear me just yet over on Discord. I'm going to have to undeafen here so I can chat with them. Heals are on point though. I mean, I don't foresee having any issues in here with this many healers. We're getting a bit of lag from all the particles and stuff though too. Pete says, I'll get back to PAX when live and things are settled down. Absolutely, Pete. And that's why I just want to keep you guys informed along the way. You know, I'm kind of in that same mindset. I'm here to help test the game, have some fun RPing, absolutely smash all the content that's there, report any bugs and issues that we may have, and build community. I mean, that's what we're doing first and foremost. We always build community. All right, guys, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to undeafen over on Discord so I can hear what's going on over here. There we go. Okay, I can now hear them, but I'm muted, so they can't hear me just yet. Pickle's giving direction and stuff like that. But yeah, Pete, that's why I want to make sure you guys are staying informed and keep up to date with the development. That's why we do PAX Cast whenever there's an update and things like that. We're absolutely devouring things, man. But any questions, comments, concerns, guys, let them fly in chat. I'll do my best to keep up with chat and answer all your questions. The combat has been greatly improved, in my opinion. It has been pretty damn great. I've noticed that you can actually interrupt with the wind sweep. We are just absolutely melting these guys. Wait till you get into the dungeon. I think they're level 4 elites. The 1, 2, 3, and 4, that is the like tier of the enemy. 4 is the hardest, 1 is the easiest, and they have a skull next to them for any of the different tiers, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Over here we got a Gorger. It's almost a bit overwhelming with the particles on screen. It's hard to actually see what you're doing right now. I love all the new animations and things that they've added in with the combat, but it's kind of hard to see what's actually going on. I'm hiding behind this pillar while Pickle's going in to pull some more out. Once we get into the dungeon, I'll show you guys where we're at. We may need to push up on these guys. All right, yep, Pickle gave the word. We're pulling up to Pickle. Look at that, man. We do the wind sweep, pulls that other dude in the back right in, and then they're just absolutely obliterated. There's the entrance to the dungeon right there. Yeah, the experience is going to be a little bit sporadic just because there's so many of us. So many different parties. We've noticed that there's a bug with the experience. Whoever kills the target... Oh, we got a deceiver casting. Throwing out a baby heal. Absolutely obliterated them. Emblar, I noticed you only have ranged healers, not any ranged DPS. Is there any reason for that? There's really not ranged DPS in the game. They took out the fireballs. Normally we have fireballs that we can throw. They took those out. So the only real range there is bows, but you don't want to use bows in dungeons or certain areas because they have a tendency to pull the entire room, which is a big issue. Like if you shoot an arrow at that wall, there's like a big range around the arrow that will pull all the enemies towards you. In some cases, that could be the desired effect, but in most cases, it actually makes your life a lot harder. Once they bring mage spells in with actual, ice and lightning and things like that, if they do, then we'll have more ranged. Yeah, the bows are really good for hunting, like Rezok is saying there. They're not really useful in dungeons or for most other applications as of yet. Hopefully soon we'll get mage spells though. Ostrich was talking on the Discord, the official PAX Day Discord, about how in the fall maybe we'll see some more offensive spells. Yep, Viv, we are dungeoneering. We cleared a dungeon like 3 days ago, which I'm pretty sure was a world first. I think a couple other people have cleared dungeons by now, but I think we got the world first dungeon clear 3 days ago. We have it recorded. But I haven't uploaded it just yet. I got to get it edited and stuff. But yeah, we are out in dungeons. Also, welcome to the stream, Viv. Pete says in Guild Wars 2, if you get a hit on a target, you get the XP. Yes, it is shared across. And I think it's like that for. I think it's like that for World of Warcraft now too. If you participate in the kill, it just shares it with everyone, and I like that system. I think it's very inclusive, people around you, and makes it less griefy. On here, if you're in a party and your party does the most DPS, you will get to loot it and skin it. But it's the last person that gets the hit that their party will get the XP. With all these numbers, it is causing quite a bit of lag. So it is a little bit messed up right now. Emblar says, I put nearly 200 hours into the game. So far, I really miss the ranged mage spells that we used to have. Yeah, absolutely, the fireballs. Yeah, they were really great. I mean, I got over 2,000 hours in the game now, and we really miss the fireballs as well. They were a lot of fun, but I think it's a balancing thing. I think they're taking them out in order to better balance the game. I'm not sure. I mean, they tend to take a lot of stuff out of the game. Like, we don't have torches anymore either. We don't have torches or lanterns. I think it's because they're trying to balance certain things. We got another deceiver coming in. There we go, sucked them all in with the wind. Love that. Absolutely love that. We all have collision on each other. This is awesome. There we go. We have so many heals, guys. We're gonna steamroll this place, no problem. Viv says, we aren't even set up enough to deal with non-home valley fights right now. So we're very far away from dungeons right now. Yeah, and that's why I was like, 3 days ago we cleared a dungeon, and I was like, I'm pretty damn sure that was a world first. But here we go. I'm going to show you guys my map so you can see where we're at. We are currently up here at the molting chamber, up here in the top left of aUEC in Province of Caries. We're going to be going in here and clearing this place out. Should be some fun. Let's go on through the portal. The last time we went through, it actually kicked us out of the dungeon because it had to spool up the server for it, like it didn't even exist. So I don't think anyone had ever been in there. Here we are. Oh, there's a worldwide package. Holy crap, no way. Ooh, this is gonna be fun. Look at all the freaking heals, man. So excited for this, guys. The dungeons are some of the most atmospheric and exciting places in the game. If you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, please make sure you click that subscribe button, click that like button, because this is going to be quite the trip. We have a 2,000 subscriber goal up in the top left corner. You guys can see. Help us reach that. I'm going to hide that goal just to make the screen a little clearer while we're in the dungeon here. But help us reach that 2,000 goal if you guys like the content that you're seeing being put out here on the channel. I will always tell you guys the truth, good, bad, or indifferent. Yesterday we did some theory craft, chillin' chatting and theory crafting, and we're going to talk about some pretty harsh things about this patch and a lot of the shortcomings of it, but it comes from a place of wanting the game to be better. We point out things that are wrong with the game in order to help it be better. All right, Pickle's having us move up here. The officers in the clan and stuff, they know what they're doing. They got things on point. And I'm going to be observing so that way I can keep up with chat with you guys. I'm gonna be poking my head in some weird little areas and stuff like that after we clear them. So if you guys want to see anything in these dungeons, let me know and we can peek our heads in. Oh wow, look at, they have like new little metal boxes around this place. I don't remember all that metal there. Got our first pull of the dungeon. Got some imps. We are obliterating everything in here. Viv, if you guys need help with anything, just let us know, man. That's what we're all about. That's what we're all about, helping our friends and allies. This is gonna be a cakewalk in here. These dungeons are kind of balanced for 6 people. We have 3 parties of 6. Still getting 10 XP though from those. That's not bad. Lippy says, I have not been in any dungeons yet. Had to live vicariously through you. You haven't been in any dungeons, even previously? Michael, welcome into the stream, buddy. Look at that. Look at the ground slam effects. I know it's kind of like sensory overload. I wish I could zoom out a little bit more, but I can't. Hell yeah, we are absolutely smashing stuff in here. Limpy says never. Oh man, you're missing out. The dungeons are a lot of fun, man. Oh, you should have told me sooner. Look at us all. A sea of red as the Blood Brothers descend upon the dungeon. Just absolutely obliterating them. Check that out. These dungeons, for anyone who doesn't know much about Paxton, these dungeons aren't instanced. So you can come in with as many people as you want. You can see other groups in the dungeons. It's kind of interesting, to be honest, but I'd almost rather just see instanced dungeons that are a little more structured. Viv says, so I know who I need to run with. Alpha, yeah, I don't know what exactly everyone's up to, but I know my main goal is currently laying out and rebuilding while the rest do their thing to reset up. Absolutely, I mean, Bloodhaven's going to take a long time to build back up, but we have some people who, they don't build. They don't gather, they don't craft, they fight. So we have our Dungeoneers, we have our Black Bloods, we have our Bloodhounds who are out there in the dungeons and out there hunting the enemies of the free and innocent people. We have people who just like to fight, so those people are going to be out there doing their thing. We have some people, they're builders. We have some people who are gatherers. And that's why the Order of the Blood Brothers is really a great place, because we have there's space for everybody. Absolutely everybody. These poor Zebians. They don't even know what hit them, man. Viv says I'm a mix, I'll do anything you let me do. Gotcha. Acolyte here. These acolytes are healers. It looks like you can interrupt them with that windlash where you pull them in. Oh man, it's so satisfying. Yeah, Pickle just said it as well over on Discord that the whirlwind interrupts. They have made a lot of nice improvements to combat. You can hold left click now to do your auto attack. It says crafting on it, building, give me space and mats, fighting, move bitch, my spear's coming. Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm gonna unmute on Discord really quick and just let them know something. Just so you guys know, I will be going off and looking my head in weird little corners and stuff, and Symbolic is my shadow. So nobody follow me. I'm just messing around showing people on stream. Everybody follow Pickle. There we go. Alright, I just had to let them know not to, not to follow me right now. Because we got a bunch of people all following our tank. Yeah, Viv, I agree. I like experiencing all the different parts of the game. Look at that acolyte launching little poison bolts at us. Look at that. Nice whirlwind, pulled them right in. We're also testing and messing around with all the different spells and stuff to see how they interact. And being in a large group like this allows you to do it in a much more controlled environment. I know it sounds counterintuitive. I mean controlled, like there's no risk of us dying really like this. So we can see the different effects. Like now we know that the whirlwind will interrupt people. I want to see if you can actually piss things off through the wall. Got an abductor up here. Let's see if we all get the XP or not. We've been having issues with that, where it's the last person who hits it who gets the XP. Yeah, see, I don't think I got XP there. So it is whoever gets the last hit. Viv says, I popped in our Discord and let Silo know y'all are willing to help us. I'll see what we're up to, and we'll get back to you if they request anything. Yeah, absolutely. You guys are always welcome. You guys are a part of the Fellowship of the Free Cities as well. So you guys have... Oh shit, we got a boss here. Well, here we go, we got a nice fight on our hands. The only thing I ask, guys, is try to let me loot the boss if it's available for my parties. And if someone else does get the sigil, let me see it so I can show stream what we got. Let's see what we get from that boss, because a lot of this stuff, people don't even know what these things drop right now. Alright, it's locked for my party. I can't loot it, so whoever's party can loot it, somebody pick it up, and then let me see what it is so I can show stream what it makes and what it drops and all that. This is Maggot-Ridden Host. Alright, Raz got it. Let's see what we got here. Great Sigil of Magalast, and that unlocked Ironside's Harness of something. Hold on, let me see. And Ironside Harness of Provocation 3. Let's open that in Journal and see what that looks like. There you go. You can see that right there. It takes wrought iron to make that with some cracked sigils, weapon belt, all the other stuff. So pretty damn cool. We're gonna keep track of all of those. We're gonna keep track of all these different items and stuff that drop out of here because the database is all messed up right now. So if you guys are looking for anything from these dungeons, just let us know. We're going to be keeping our eyes out. I'm also going to be looking at all these murals and things and poking my head around. To see if there's anything new popping up in these dungeons. We like to read the runes and stuff. Oh yeah, loot pile back here. This is the first loot pile I got. Glass, worn out locket, and gold of 37. Careful right there, we got some more. Loot piles just back here in the corner. It's a standard loot pile. Gave pretty decent stuff, to be honest. Alright, we're gonna see what we all get from this. Nightshade, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. How many groups are you guys running right now? I think we have 3 full groups and a little bit extra right now. We're not doing it for efficiency, obviously. We're just going through to smash right now, you know what I mean? We're just coming through nice and safe. You can run these with 6 people. We already cleared one 3 or 4 days ago with 6 people. So you can clear dungeons with less people. But we got a ton in you know, traditional Blood Brother style. There you go, Pickles. Pickles calling us up. Pickles our main tank tonight. Pickle in for drill. Get this acolyte. Yep, it does kind of interrupt when you do that whirlwind. Doesn't silence them though. Those acolytes are bad news, man. When they get their heals off, they full heal themselves still. Look at those heals coming out for us though too. It's just crazy. The healing is so strong. It says, what armor y'all running? A mix of all kinds of stuff. Exactly, Nightshade. Brute Force. Overwhelming numbers. Tactical superiority. But yeah, we're running a mix of everything. We got people in cloth, all our healers on the steps, you can see them. Some of them have plate, leather, cloth, mix, everyone's got a mix of stuff. If you want to see what I'm running here. I enjoy this helmet, this Warrior's Helmet of Second Breath. This gives quick remedy. It's a nice little, we call it a baby heal to everyone around us, and increases healing received. So this is good combat utility for the group. I really like this Divine Fervor with this Frenzy. This Frenzy is really, really great. And this is on a leather chest piece, and I don't lose that much physical defense in order to use it, and it gives me more damage output. I'm then using plate for a lot of these other pieces. Your boots, it makes no sense to have leather boots. They only give a tiny bit of extra damage output, but they only have two basic shoe abilities, like the basic sprint and the sprint tier 2, whatever it's called. But that's the combo that I like. So I have Searing Rage, Frenzy, Quiet Stand, and Quick Remedy for my abilities. When I press my number 1 with the Great Maul, look how freaking fast I attack with that Great Maul. I mean, it's just insane. The damage output is immense. Badger, how's it going? Badger says, combat looks silly with so many people. It looks silly kind of regardless, to be honest. The combat, the animations, they're so extra now. I think it's just because we're so used to them being, you just spam left click. Now you spam left click and Q, R, and F. Plastic says leather boots have a snare ability. Do they? Let me pull up their page really quick and double check, because I could have sworn that's medium. So on the page, medium boots only have Breath of Joy and Breath of Joy 2, according to the website, according to what Mainframe has put out under their news. Medium boots have Breath of Joy and Breath of Joy 2. That potion is not on... That's on the helmet. That's the Jester's Flask. And that's on the medium helmet. That's not on the actual shoes. If you go to their news page, you can see a full list of all of the different abilities and what they come on. Viv says it sounds like a very good all-arounder set. Yeah, it's very good for solo play. You don't have a lot of self-sustainability. I got an Acolyte here. You don't have a lot of self-sustainability, and that's when I can switch out my chest piece for one that does have the self-heal on it, the out-of-combat self-heal. No worries, Plastic. I don't think I can even reach the dude who I'm supposed to be hitting. This is crazy. So eventually, we're just doing a kick off the dungeons group for coming into these. We'll be running like 4 or 5 dungeons, probably daily, all at the same time with different groups simultaneous. Can we loot this guy here? That one's locked for my party. Let's see if we can get Pickle to go this way. Oh, I heard there's a... Someone said there's a loot pile back over here. Oh yeah, check out that loot pile. Take out the Acolytes first. Look at that. Suck them all together with that whirlwind. Amazing. Amazing. I love it. What kind of loot pile is this? Interesting loot pile. Let's see what we get. Looks like they did fix the loot piles. We're all able to loot right away. If you are poisoned, you'll not be able to loot the loot pile. You just have to wait for your poison to fall off because you're taking damage, which interrupts you. Plastic said, are you even using food at this point? I'm not using food currently. I don't see a need to currently. There we go. Let's see what we get. Carved collarstone, iron ingot, 51 gold. Not bad. Yeah, these loot piles, man, with this many people looting this all at once, and we're getting thousands of gold out of these things. This is going to be the gold generating method for the foreseeable future, pretty much. Badger said basic attacks would look so much more clean if there was a short pause between swings. I agree, yeah, the animations are a little strange at times. I think they're still trying to iron those out, to be honest. Nightshade says all those heals. You got my staff if you need it to fill in a healer slot. Sword as well, if the healers are full. Oh, let's go. Pickle's calling us in here. There's a guy bugged. Oh, let me try whirlwind him down. There he goes. Whirlwind him straight down off of there. That's pretty cool. But yeah, Nightshade, definitely, man. We'll be running all kinds of dungeons, man. You guys just come and hang out in Bloodhaven. Once it's finished being built, it's going to be the RP hub of PAX Day. Oh, it looks like one of our other clan members are at the front of the dungeon. Yeah, let's double back and go get him. Yeah. We're gonna double back and pick him up from the dungeon entrance. Because there's a lot of gold to be had down here. But yeah, plastic, I'm not using food currently. There's no need. The food is not as impactful as it once was also. I mean, I already have 1,534 base health. When I eat food, I'll have just over like 2k. So it gives you like 20, 25%. It's not as big as it used to be. It used to be you had no health really unless you used your food. We're gonna go back and pick up some party members. I guess the bear stew would be good for stamina. I can eat some of these. So there I am with food, around 2k. I'm gonna type in clan chat here. We will get you. Here we go. Nightshade says the shift of health is mainly to your gear now, like most MMOs. Wow. Final Fantasy. So food making smaller impact does make sense. Yeah, and you can't double up on certain food anymore. So you no longer can use... You can't use like 3 syrups anymore. So they did lock certain categories of food, but it's hard to tell which categories are which. Amber, thank you for our 2nd out of 5 super chats towards our super chat goal. Appreciate you. Hi, Inner Sleuth's crew. Y'all are cool, 100%. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, we're just gonna mess this stuff up back out to the front. Suck these dudes together. There you go, look at that. Stack them up. Absolutely amazing. Tom says hello, Amber. Ange says, Amber, you're cool. Classic says, it looks like the groupings are based on the icon. So like the meat stews all have the same pot, different colors, but they're all in the same cooldown. Let me see. Maybe. Yeah, that could be it. The lag is crazy, man. My game just keeps locking up at times. Yeah, people's games have been crashing like crazy as well. We're just heading up top to pick up another clan member, and then we're gonna go back down to the dungeon. Viv says, uh-oh, I got emerald collar stones from a bear the other day. Is that new? I don't actually know. I think all the loot tables and stuff I think are a little wonky, a little changed up, a little different. There's no telling. Nightshade says, yeah, categorical lockout. Porridge, stews, brews. breads, and shanked meats and teas are all categorized I have gathered so far. Okay, that's good to know, yeah, because, like, yeah, the syrups, you can't double up on them to get resistances, which used to be meta. I mean, you would just stack poison resist, come into the dungeon, take no damage from poison resist, or from poison damage, things like that. So it's nice to see them actually making balances and changes to things. Biff says, yeah, I've had a few crashes so far. I've had a lot of really strange bugs. First Tangia dungeon, guys. Go ahead and hop into that Tangia dungeon. Padrill with a super chat, 3rd out of 5 towards our super chat goal. He says, happy birthday, Moon. Padrill, thank you for the super chat, brother. I appreciate you. And thanks for running the dungeon with us too, Padrill. It's always great to have everyone together. So you notice that my XP is not going up as fast, and that's because whoever gets the final killing blow... Where's my Great Mauls? There it is, level 9. What? We have a Starved Distortion Initiate? I want to know what this thing drops. We got a new boss here. We're going to see who's able to loot that, and then they're going to drop that so we can see what comes from that Starved Initiate. I'm right on the stairs behind you, buddy. I'm right here. There we go. We got Amulet of Justice. That unlocked Pilgrim's Tunic 2. It is a healing ability, yeah. It looks like a cloth chest piece. So there's the Amulet of Justice and the Great Sigil of Magalast so far. Hell yeah. Okay, so we're almost back to the entrance. We're going to pick up our clan member. We're going to head back down in there and clear the absolute crap out of this dungeon. Look at that. I'm lagging so terribly. Look at that. Absolute insanity. My frames are dead. I'm lagging so hard. I have 2 frames, guys. Apologies for that. I'm lagging so hard. Hopefully my game doesn't crash. That has to just be... Just close your eyes if it's terrible for you. I need to get over here in this corner. We got another boss. Starved Void Initiate. Hey, that's copyright. That's my freaking name. Alright, let's see what the Starved Void Initiate has. It's locked for my party. Oh, there we go. Alright, she's gonna drop this. Here we go. Alright, Amulet of Veil gives us Magus Trousers of Dreambind? What the hell did that say? Hold on, let's go to our Dreambind 2. Open that in journal, check them out. Some looks like leather pants. Hell yeah, we are seeing all kinds of new drops. Amulet of the Veil. Yeah, Feather, that was a slideshow. The frames have been absolutely abysmal at times. It's super, super crazy. Oh, man, the frames are terrible today. Ange, thank you for the 4th out of 5th towards our super chat goal. Ange says, don't forget, like and subscribe. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We got some imps here. Delicious imps. Performance continues to be a problem in PAX Day. Even with beefy PCs, it just continues to be an issue. I mean, look at that. I'm like getting really hard lockups. Nightshed says, pinged you both those pages to report those drops. Yeah, we take care of all of that stuff. We actually have an internal database for drops and things like that. But I'll make sure that we get all that taken care of after. We got another boss, Color of the Week. Baby heal for Pickle. Pickle almost went down there. Oh my gosh, look at this guy. Color of the week, another boss. How many bosses are outside the dungeon even? Holy crap. This is crazy. What did that guy drop? I am standing next to that banner. I think I'm right next to you. Let's take a gander at this, see what this guy. Color of the week dropped. Sigil of Pelipis, which I think either it didn't unlock anything for me or I already have it unlocked. I think we've already seen Sigil of Pelipis. Let me check the journal and see what this drops. So if we come into here to recipes and we search up Sigil of, oh, it's under ingredients, hold on. Sigil of Pelipis, that makes the Hunter's Trousers of Binding Roots 2, sorry. All right, we got our party member, we're gonna head back in. And says, always help your friends reach their goals. And that is our final super chat towards our super chat goal. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Ange. All right, we're heading back down in. We got all of our party members. Hey, leveled up our heavy armor. We're just gonna get back in the dungeon and then we're gonna continue our way. Nightshade says, oh, leather pant now. Pelipis, I think, is a higher tier steel weapon. They changed everything. They changed all of what we knew before. The entire database is gonna have to be rebuilt. All completely new. We should be able to run back in. Because everything should be dead here. That's a good question. Someone over on Discord just asked if you level up your staffs from healing. Every bit of XP right now comes from killing. So if you're in a party, if you're in a party and they get the last hit on the kill, you will get experience towards everything that you're wearing. That's your gear, your weapon, your shield, your staff, anything that you're currently using, you'll gain experience towards it, and it does it all evenly across all of your gear, equipment, and all of that good stuff. So that's currently how it works. You get XP for the kill. Plastic says you reached your goal. Hell yeah. Smashed the goal. We're only an hour into the stream and we've already obliterated our goal. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the super chats. You guys are the best. Nightshade says also the frame rate reminds me of all the druid raids in WoW when all the DPS use their eclipse ability. I never have any issues in WoW with frames. Pickle's gonna pull them all towards us. Here they come. Look at that. You can group them up so easy with the wind. It's amazing. Now we just absolutely beat their faces in. This is insane. Here we go, got another pack. Viv says, every time I hear boss, I'm writing them down, by the way. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll always call it out for you guys so you guys know exactly what's dropping and from where. And I'm gonna be exploring around in here as well. Look at these things, man. I don't remember all these little hangy bits. Unfortunately, you can't hide your HUD anymore. Look at that. Oh, look at that over there. Loot pile. I remember that room. We took a screenshot in that room before. All right, combat calls. Yeah, everyone besides Symbolic, just ignore me. Follow Pickle. I'm just checking out the dungeon to show stream everything that's going on in here. So don't mind me and Symbolic. Symbolic's my shadow today. He is the Blood Guard. I love these dungeons, though. The atmosphere, when you're down in these dungeons, and then you come out 2 hours, 4 hours later, however long, when you're done farming, you actually feel like you were in the pits of hell for a while. Because the lighting and everything down here, the atmosphere, the ambiance, they did a really good job with the feel of these dungeons. Nightshade says, any other groups running other dungeons today? Probably, to be honest. I mean, we're going to be running stuff all the time now. So hop on our Discord. You're on our Discord, Nightshade. Just send a message. Ask people, you know, what's going on, if they're having groups and things going on. Let's group them all up. Oh man, look at that third pull in and they're all just sitting on top of each other's laps. Pop our frenzy. Absolutely obliterated. Badger says, how much strategy is there in the new combat? In a group like this, not much. I mean, we have 4 groups, so there's not much in terms of strategy with this. I mean, we're zerging the hell out of this hardcore. If you have a single party of 6, it is doable. 4 days ago, 3-4 days ago, we cleared a dungeon with just 1 party until our weapons broke. And then you need to use some strategy. And it's actually quite satisfying. This is still satisfying like this, though, don't get me wrong. Like, just absolutely smashing things faces. This is a lot of fun, too. Look at this imp over here. I want to see if I can whirlwind this guy and what it does. Pulls him, he comes all the way around, drags everything with him. But there is quite a bit of strategy, and there's a lot of choices you have now, Badger. With all the different abilities and stuff that you can interchange on your gear and weapons, you do kind of get stuck into solo play or, you know, group play. If you have a healer, you're not going to take your self-heal ability. It depends on if you're doing solo, small group, big group, all that stuff. Here we go. We're going to pull this guy in. Look at that. Stack them all up. Pop all of our abilities. Spam all of our abilities, and they're freaking obliterated. Look at that. Easy peasy. And now we got a bunch of stacks of poison, so we're going to stay here and get healed up. You can see down on our hotbar, if I get my cursor here, you see we have 3 stacks of poison. These are all of our other buffs. Consecrated Ground, some healing hands, and all kinds of other temporary health boosts. And the banner is what gives us that golden one. Nightshade says Zerg. That's a phrase I haven't heard since Dragonflight. So it says, man, you can make a short out of that perfection. I know, right? Stacking them up. How the heck did I get aggro? I do want to check in all of these little corners and stuff, see if anything's changed. These things used to have runic etchings on them. Check this place out, man. I think they changed a lot of the clutter. Can we loot this again? Already searched. The murals down here, man. Does anyone know the keybind to hide your HUD? I guess I can do F7, but then I disappear. Oh, you can't even use that in here. That's right. I wish I could hide my HUD so I can get some nice cinematic shots of these murals, but... this acolyte in the back. Yeah, the interrupts are still a little bugged. There's 10 XP. See, the 10 XP came through for that kill. 3 gold and 2 iron ingots off loot of that caster there, that healer. These are level 3 elites. That's what that skull is. F5? No, F5 doesn't do it. Could also be home or end, maybe? Potentially. I'll have to find that key, though, because I want to get some nice cinematic shots down here. Oh, we got an abductor running in. They did change the way these guys look. I know it's kind of hard to tell right now, because they're just getting obliterated, but they did change the Zebians' appearances. Look at us all in here, man. I thought it looked off. Viv says, yeah, they changed the aesthetics of the Zebians. They made these places a lot brighter, it seems like. They used to be much, much darker from what I remember. Alright, here goes Pickle. This is a pretty good view. When you smash your camera into something, you can actually get first person. Blimpy says it used to be F5, but now it's for target party. Yeah. You have F1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 to target your party members for different spells now. I wish they would just go tab targeting. I talked about this before yesterday, or not, was it yesterday or the day before, for PAXcast? I wish that they would just let us have tab targeting. Tab targeting would be so much better. I think they're sometimes, you know, being unique is not necessary. All right, here comes a bunch of enemies. We're gonna round these dudes up. This acolyte's gonna need to be sucked in. There we go. Second whirlwind should stack them perfect. Look at that. My frames are absolutely abysmal. Keep in mind, guys, this is overwhelming numbers down here. You only need one group. Nightshade says, oh god, tab target. I'd rather have kickable frames and target locking. Well, I mean, it's if you've used the staff at all to heal, you have to press Q, then you have to press F6 to heal target party number 6. You can't have focus target, so it just makes it very, very cumbersome. So that's why I'm like tab targeting or select targeting. If you could just press a key and then hold your cursor over the person to heal them or target them for the heal, it'd be a lot better in my opinion. Yes, I did notice that, Nightshade, that there is no keybind for it in the menu. All right, there goes Pickle. All right, we're going with him. Another loot pile right here. Acolyte in the back. Double whirlwind for the stack. Look at that stack. Unbelievable. Can I loot this? Already searched. I'm gonna take another food here. Nightshade says, speaking of frames, do you have some settings? I do have some settings I uncovered that personally will help outside of particles, which is the biggest offender of lag. All those green numbers. Yeah, the numbers that pop up are just so intrusive. But I think I have everything maxed out. Let's see. Graphics. High. I don't have motion blur. I turned that off. We do have TSR. I wish they'd bring back FSR, because FSR works really, really well for me. Alright, we're back to where we were, and we're going deeper. What's this? Just a little room. There are secret rooms, though, so we gotta make sure to pay attention. Look at this mosh pit up here, double banner on them. I wish I could hide nameplates. It'd be cool, just for cinematic purposes. Oh yeah, we can whirlwind this guy down, watch this. Look at that, sucked him right down. Actually, it says I do need to test the settings. It's in the same file you do the foliage fix in. Yeah, I never really changed any stuff like that because I never know what then is going to cause issues or problems that would throw off the data that we can give as feedback. That was kind of my mentality behind not changing stuff in the INI files. Pickle's gonna pull all these dudes to us. There we go, second whirlwind, stacked up. There goes all my frames. I have 10 FPS right now. I think it looks smoother on stream than it does to me. Absolutely obliterated. Let's take out this abductor. Did they change these? Oh, there's something down there now. Do you see those little sparklies? Deeper into the dungeon we go. No darkness is safe from the Order of the Blood Brothers' justice. Frames, what are those, Viv says? Nightshade says, gotcha, it's mainly for lowering others. Yeah, for lower systems to help with lag and stuff. No, I get it. Some people use it for advantage in PvP and things like that, but I don't think that's too much of an offender in this game. But I hear you. They need to add more graphics options and stuff like that to make it run better for more people. And honestly, it just needs more optimization. I don't know how much optimization they've been worried about. This says use it so I can see plants. Nice. Ooh, I hear there's a loot pile up here. Yeah, we got a loot pile right there. Pickle's gonna bring some piggly wigglies in. He's stuck on the pig. He's gonna kill it by himself. That's hilarious. There we go. Those boars are just old boars, easy peasy. Johnny says, just worried I won't have time to learn the curve. Oh, I missed your first message, Johnny. Let me see here. Would it be worth hopping into PAX Day right now with full release around the corner? I don't know how close it is, really, Johnny. To be honest, I don't know how close they are to full release. It's still missing so many of its core features that we need. I mean, we don't have proper loot systems yet. There's a lot of stuff that needs to get added in order to make the game ready for full release. So I don't know how close we are. They say that they're going to be releasing this year. I'm not sure, but it's up to you. I'll ask you this. Have you already purchased the game? Because if so, you can join a clan like ours or a community like ours where we, got a bunch of people. We help everybody out. So that way you can just test the game. You can test whatever is your favorite thing to do in a game and go and see what it's like, give the feedback to the devs on it, report any bugs that there are, all that good stuff without worry of, oh, let me search this, without worrying about having to grind it up yourself. Cracked ethereal crystal. Ooh, red runic leashes I'm hearing reports of. 50 gold someone got. I got 80 something gold. But yeah, Johnny, if you already have the game, I'd say there's really no harm in hopping in and just testing it out and seeing if you like the game, I have a code at the bottom of the stream that you can use. I think there's little kickbacks and stuff from that as well. I don't try to sell the game to anybody. I'm here to show you what it's all about. I'm not a shill. I can't be bought and paid for. I'm telling you guys the truth on things, and I'll criticize what needs criticism. I'll praise things that need praise. So if you have any questions about the game to see if it is for you, just let me know, and I'll do my best to answer those questions. But there's a lot of things the game's missing. I don't know how they could full release. This year. Look at this back here. I like checking out stuff like this. Looks like they're just little rooms for right now. You can't get in there. The noises of these monsters are crazy. Templar says, now it is time. There's no fee for plots at the moment, so you can test around. Yeah, that's the thing too. If you're into building, there are no plot fees currently. After the game goes full release, Johnny, you will have to pay a subscription fee for your plots per month, based on the number of plots that you want to have. So keep that in mind as well. Johnny says, I agree, there's a lot missing based on the old reviews I just witnessed. And what I see now, it looks like a completely new game. And if the progress continues like it is now, I can see it flourish. You got to remember though too, we're a year into development of 80 devs working on the game. They just axed a third of their team, so a third of their team just got fired, but we're about a year in. This patch was 6 to 8 months, something like that, in the works from 80 devs, and a team of 80. So keep that in mind. And we still have bugs that have not gotten fixed from day one. They've been very slow on delivering content and stuff. If you've already purchased the game, I would say hop in. If you haven't and you think what it has now is good enough for you to enjoy it and have some fun with a community or a group like ours, so you can hop in and not have to worry about doing all the grind yourself, then I'd say go for it and test it out. Otherwise, if you're still on the fence about it, I would say hold off, and I would just monitor my streams. I do PAX Cast is my podcast. Every time they do an update to the game, we sit down and we chat just like this, talking about all the things. Blimpy says Void won't blow smoke up our butts. Exactly. Exactly. Viv says, right to there's bosses. Let me know I'm heading the right way. My PC to take a hot shower. I hope my sinuses open. Oh, you're going to take a hot shower to help you to breathe? Gotcha. Enjoy your shower. Hopefully it helps you breathe a little bit. Yeah, I've been having weird breathing troubles too. There's been a lot of smoke and stuff in the air in the area, and then spring happening. It's a lot of crap going on for people right now. Fires up in Canada and all over the place, causing all kinds of issues. But Johnny, they have made great strides and bounds with this update. This update has been mostly great. It has introduced a set of its own problems and things and bugs and issues and quirks and stuff. But for the most part, this is what the combat should have been from the beginning. This is what the combat should have been from the very, very start. They had to gut the system several times in order to get it to what it is now. Those pesky Canadians, Wimpy says. Those little red bolts you see people shooting, those aren't mages. Those are our healers, and they have the left click on their staff. Will shoot a little bolt out, and that bolt will give them more spirit back. Spirit is, for all intents and purposes, mana. They have fixed these, so now we can all loot them at once. We used to have to make a single file line in order for them not to bug out. There we go. Got 35 gold and a bunch of wrought iron stuff. I haven't been doing a lot of looting down here. I let the clan do all the looting. Johnny says, I failed to mention the 11 to 14 month gap between old videos and now. I'm a massive builder. That's a big highlight for me personally. I don't mind a grind. The grind right now, though, Johnny, I would say is well above and beyond every other game I've ever experienced in my life. And I've played vanilla WoW. So the grind right now is unfathomable. And I do not say that lightly. It is absolutely, unequivocally insane It is insane, the grind right now. We have redeeming queues of all the items that we've had up to this point for a clan, from a clan of 250 at the time. We're over 260 something now, but we pulled all of the material out of the guild bank and we had like enough to make, we got like a quarter of our stuff back. We could not make enough material, so we have to go back out and harvest and stuff like that. So the grind is immense. We had some members come back and they wanted to see what the game was going to be like from the ground up. And they made new characters and they're like, yo, I can't do this. That's too much. It's too crazy. It takes a stack to 2 stacks to 3 stacks to place 1 build piece right now of certain materials. It is crazy, and I do not say that lightly. So bear that in mind. It is a very, very big undertaking. To build Bloodhaven, the giant RP hub of the entire game, it's going to take unfathomable amounts of time and resources. It's on about 100 plots, and then there's 200 more plots around it. And keep in mind, Johnny, once the game goes full release, you have to pay a subscription fee for each of those plots. So if you like building big, elaborate things, it's going to be expensive unless you're in a big clan who has, you know, the ability to allow you to build on their plots and stuff like that. If they charge $5 per plot, you're going to be paying $20 to get 4 plots. If they charge 10, 15, $20 per plot, you may only have 1 plot depending on how much you're willing to spend on the game. I'm going to go back here and check this really quick. Is there something in this room? No, there's not, but I want to look down here. Check this out. That is absolute insanity. I love it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Guys, we got Zeb in the back. Just call everyone back so they can come help with this guy. Razzle's back here. Razzle's back here punching it in the head. There we go. Took care of that. Templar says, I've pulled my hair a few times already building Bloodhaven, but I love it at the same time. He goes on to say, and that's with people feeding me mats to build. Yeah, we've been absolutely feeding Templar with every single mat you could imagine. I mean, I sat for 4 days in front of a crafting table just making beams. The devs have said they don't want people to be stuck in front of crafting tables just pumping out things like that, but yet we do it more than ever. So a little bit out of touch there, a little bit, you know, not making much sense. Oh, look at this. Views in here, though, dude. The game has so much potential. I think that's why so many people are so interested in this game. The potential is off the charts. Jackson, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Jackson says, hey everyone, how's the dungeon going so far? Easy peasy, Jackson. Easy peasy. Look at this drop down right here. Careful you don't fall off that. I mean, we have like 4 groups in here though, Jackson, so it's not a challenge at all. It is pretty fun though. Gives me the freedom to be able to walk around to get some cool shots and chat with stream. This is how the Blood Brothers do it, though. Overwhelming numbers. Look at this. We have a little jump spot right there. Remember this. You jump onto that, and then you jump over there. And there's a loot pile back there somewhere, maybe. Oh, here we go. Stack them up. There they go. They're all nice and stacked. But yeah, Johnny, the building in this game is a lot of fun. I mean, it's going to be different to see how it is after everyone has to pay for their plots. But the building's so much fun. They need to give us a little more freedom, let us have some more build pieces and things like that. Looks like Jesse may have lagged out. Yeah, Nightshade it is. That's where we are right now, currently. A molting chamber. Jackson says, very nice. Hopefully I can make the next one. Absolutely. We're going to be running, and in the future, we'll split these up into multiple groups. We'll have group 1 with their lead, group 2 with their lead, 3, 4, 5, just how we used to do back in the day. We'll have a bunch of dungeon groups going all at the same time, all bringing materials back for the guild bank, helping each other out, doing all the fun stuff. Because you really only need a party. We'll have the rescue team on standby if we need it for groups that, you know, get overwhelmed or whatever. Just how we used to do back in the day. But right now we're in here, 4 parties, easy peasy. We're all repping that Blood Brothers banner, smashing some Zebians, pushing back the darkness of this world to stand in that gap between the darkness and the free and innocent of all of Gallia. Looks like we're moving. This is a jump spot right there, and I think there is a loot pile back there. Stack them up. Johnny says, I'm a big community guy. There was a game with an equal amount of freedom and potential where the player base was the economy. It included terraforming. Sadly, it died before its time. What was the name of that game, Johnny? Do you remember the name of that one? Yeah, we got a great community, Johnny. If you type !Discord in chat right now, you'll get hooked up with 450 community members across all verified CBU members. We play all kinds of games together. It's not just PAX Day. So if you're like on Dune, we have a private Dune server right now. You can get in there free of charge for everyone after you get vetted and verified. So type !Discord and come and join us over at the Cheeky Buggers United Community Discord server. That's where we all hang out. But we play all kinds of games. I love building community. I love bringing people together, helping people find friends. But that's why we vet and verify every person who joins. We make sure that everyone's acting in good faith. Must have a good moral compass to hang out with us and be chill. Oh, these dudes are bashing my face in. But our vetting process really does help to keep the space fun and exciting for everybody. We're really big into RP. Sometimes we RP more than others, but Jay says don't die. I don't know what I would do if I died. I don't think there's anybody here who could res me. No, I'm just kidding. There goes Pickle. He's gonna pull them all in. Oh, he's doing a big pull. He's testing the waters here. We're gonna be pushing the limits. We're gonna stack them up. Everybody get ready. First pull. Oh, my frames. Oh, my frames. I'm gonna try and do a baby heal for everybody. There we go. That banner increases our healing received, I think, as well as many other things. Got an acolyte in the back. This is as far as I can go out with the camera. The camera won't go out any farther. Room pull. There we go. Room clear. I got a lot of poison on me. 3 stacks of poison for 5 seconds. I think I'll be good. Looks like I have a regen on me. We got a hot. There it goes. Poison dropped off. We'll do our baby heal. Topped up. Johnny says, I'm digging to find the name of that game now. It had PvP. If you wanted to fight bigger groups, you had to assemble a defensive line outside their town and assemble siege equipment once it's complete. That's pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of V Rising, how you have to put together the siege golem. V Rising's great. 128 slot private servers. I love being able to host your own private servers. I hope that one day we get that for PAX Day. I think that could be really, really good. Was it Life is Feudal? Because I think you can host your own servers for Life is Feudal. Yep, there it is. So it's Life is Feudal. Okay. Yeah, I never played Life is Feudal myself, but I've heard great things about it. I've heard awesome things about Worm also. Worm Unlimited. I think one of our clan members DC'd, so we're just waiting for her to reconnect. Looks like we're moving up. But I love games that bring people together like this. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I like World of Warcraft with their raids and stuff too. Oh, we got a loot pile. The raids and the PvP and WoW are always fun. We just pulled something through the walls. Up above. Can I pull him through the wall? Nope. Once you get poisoned, you can't loot the loot piles. So now we all have to wait for the poison to wear off. The atmosphere down here, though, is just so freaking cool, man. Mainframe really did a good job with the feel and atmosphere down in these dungeons. Alright, let's try again to loot this thing. Let's see what we get. This is a standard loot pile. It's not interesting or magnificent. 39 gold and little doodads. Not bad. You get so much gold down here. Johnny said, I like the freedom of the player-driven communities. I would have joined New World of the player, but the player base, if the player base wasn't so toxic, people ruin the game. We have had our fair share of issues here in PAX Day, Johnny, and that's why I just really enjoy private servers, because I have the ability to host private servers here for free for our members. We even can have things like, you know, the 128 slot V-Rising server, Conan servers with hundreds of slots, things like that. And it just removes all of that. It removes all of that as an issue. People come, they get vetted, they get verified, they show good faith, they get into the community and into the space, and then they're able to play with us on our servers. It's a pretty good system, to be honest. Oh, here comes Pickle. But we have had our fair share of issues like that as well. People who want to troll you. And the main problem in PAX Day is you can just make alts. So people can just make an alt, come and troll you, and you have no idea who they are. No real recourse. The devs really don't do anything about it. And in places like this, we can't kill people. This isn't a PvP zone. So if someone wants to come in here, it's the last person who hits it who gets the kill for the XP. So they could come and just try to troll your XP. They did make it to where whoever does the most damage gets to loot it. So they used to try and ninja loot and stuff like that. We've had our fair share of people like that, especially, and even on the RP server, we were experiencing some things like that as well. It's a shame to see because it makes the environment toxic and not fun for everyone around them. But that's why we have the vetting process the way we do. And that's why I'm such a huge advocate for private servers. I absolutely love private servers. Templar says, I spent like $400 in New World, but after release it wasn't as good. They changed it a lot, and yeah, it was way too toxic. I never played New World because I heard it was blowing up people's PCs, so I just avoided it altogether. I'm like, I'll catch the next game. What's going on back here? This dude's making a bunch of larva embalmers, or this larval embalmer is making a bunch of imps. You do get XP from the imps. They give you 1 XP, so you can farm XP from these things. Templar says, yeah, streaming the game was a nightmare. Oh, you streamed New World, Templar? Nightshade says, I've heard there are ways to host private WoW servers. Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. I do it just for fun, just for educational purposes. I don't make any money off it. Calm down, Blizzard. I actually host a private WoW Wrath of Lich King server. It's just a closed little thing where I like to hop on there. Sometimes it's fun to just have that space and have that world be able to walk around. That's why Dune has been so refreshing. In Dune, you can have your own private Hagabasin server. And that's been so refreshing to just walk around and see only verified CBU members running around doing their thing. So if there's enough community support in the coding side, PAX Day could easily make support for the private server argument. I mean, yeah, they could. It'd be much better if they just released the code for us to be able to host our own private servers without needing to do it, like, quote-unquote, illegally through pirating. That would be ideal. I don't know if they'll ever do that, though. I think they're pretty stuck on their monetization model. They're probably going to keep it the way it is, if I had to guess. But yeah, I mean, there is ways to do that stuff. Johnny says, oh, for sure, there are plenty of private servers for WoW. I used to play modded servers as Naga and the Ogres. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool servers out there. Turtle WoW is doing really great work. It's a shame that, you know, it's frowned upon because it's technically taking their intellectual property, and I'm not, you know, all for stealing intellectual property for profit and things like that, but I think for educational purposes, things like that. I mean, look at modding for Minecraft. Imagine if that game was not moddable. I mean, how many kids are learning how to mod and create their own Java programs and coding things through Minecraft. So I think that it can be a great tool for people, and I don't think that it always has malicious intent. But I'm also not, you know, for people to steal others' intellectual property by pirating and whatnot. Check out this place. Loot pile. Let's see what we get. They're probably calling it out in chat right now. We got 39 gold, stuffed linen padding, and linen cloth. Is there a secret wall right here? This looks like, nope. Secret walls kind of look just like that, except you can phase through them. Let's take in the beauty of the dungeon. Nightshade says open source the server stuffs. Yeah, I can see them making it a license thing, kind of like CFX's 5M. Well, like for Dune, you have to rent the servers through their server hosts. I'm not as big of a fan of that. I like to be in control of my server's uptime and stuff. I have a server rack for a reason. I would even build a server cluster if the game was good enough. I'd make a whole server cluster. I've done it before for modded Minecraft servers, where you bungee cord them together. Templar says, yeah, it was one of the last things I streamed. I was enjoying your streams, Templar, or your compilation videos and stuff. I was enjoying those, man. Great stuff. Great. You have a great voice, great personality for it. It's quite enjoyable to watch, if I do say so myself. Ronnie says, I think the actual devs should look at private servers and mods as the way to improve their own game. Give them the takeaway from things that are succeeding from the private server version of their game. I agree. But you gotta remember, corporations, they're all out to make a buck. It's not, it's very hard to find. That's why I like indie games nowadays, small teams, because they have passion in it. It's not just about making money, right? It's like my channel here. If I have to turn off ads in order for you guys to have a better viewing experience, then I will, if YouTube's going to try screwing people over. I'm about the end user. I want people to enjoy their time here on the channel and bring you guys honest information. If that means I miss out on sponsorships and on paid promotions and stuff, then so be it. I'll remain independent then. If I ever truly align with a company or a game or something like that, I'll still never shill for them. And that would be a stipulation of me promoting anything, is it's always on my own free will. When something's good, I will promote it. When something's bad, I'll criticize it. But a lot of corporations, Johnny, they're all about their bottom dollar, you know? They got to make their buck. They got to appease their shareholders and stuff. Johnny said, prime example I have would be Elden Ring. For the price of the game, it isn't worth it what you get if it comes out heavily as a player-made mods and refined and released as new content. It's not bad by any means. It just comes off as lazy. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, some games, they have a lot of potential and they just end up falling short, and it's a great platform for modders and stuff to be able to take it and run with it. We had a DC. Looks like Jess DC'd again, so we're going to run to the bathroom, things like that. I'm going to grab some water. Take a quick break, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm literally just going to go fill up my water, and then we'll continue this conversation. Sit tight. And I'm back. I got me some water and a sparkling coconut water with yuzu. I don't even know what that is. Things are pretty good though. I just really enjoy private servers. I'm an advocate for people being able to play games the way they want, with the people they want, and the environment they want. Everything the way that they want to do it. And private servers really unlock that ability. Like with V-Rising, I can tweak the settings, I can change the bosses, I can modify stuff and add stuff to the server. I control the PvP, the PvE, the raids, all of that stuff through different server settings and stuff. V-Rising has been an absolute great experience for private hosting. Throw up a server for it, good to go. Off to the races, have some fun. I wish that every game was like that. You know, I've heard some people, and I talked about this on last stream too. I think it's pretty selfish. Some people though, they'll say, well, I think private servers will be bad because then I won't have as many people to interact with in game. Well, it's not our responsibility. It's not our job to be here to be the entertainment for you, right? That's not our responsibility. You should want other people to enjoy the game that they're playing and be able to play it the way that they want. You don't have to worry about trolls. You don't have to worry about bad faith actors. I mean, at least in a game like World of Warcraft, you have the ability to just block or mute people or whatever, and then they just literally won't even show up on stream. They won't even show up on screen at all. They're just gone. They literally disappear. So there is that. But I love private servers because you can hop in there. You know who you're hanging out with. You're in a good community surrounded by good people playing a fun game. Having a good time. That's my take on it. Gaming should be all about having fun and enjoying your time and making memories with people who you truly enjoy. And when you get trolls and bad faith actors and stuff in the mix, it makes it very hard to do that. Now, obviously, we have enough people to where we can be isolated from all of that because we have everything we need right here at home between our allies, our friends, our family, our clan members, all that stuff coming together under one banner to have some fun. But the combat has been pretty good. I've been enjoying it. Obviously, we're in here just smashing face right now, going through a dungeon. We're going to be setting up a lot more dungeon runs. We're going to fully exhaust the entirety of the content in PAX Day. I just don't know how long it's going to take. I know, Johnny, you were talking about getting into it to test it out and stuff. There's only so much there to go through right now. Now, there is quite a bit for someone who's never played the game before. But when you're veterans like us with well over 2,000 hours in the game now, there's only so much there to experience and only so much that is new. So eventually, you reach the end of the road content-wise with what is available, and now you're being held up exclusively by roleplay, which isn't normally a bad thing. But there's only so much there. So the more where's everyone going? The more content we have, the more longevity the game will have, obviously. But yeah, if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, or anything like that, make sure you let me know. I'll do my best to answer those while we're here in this dungeon. This is basically a little chill and chat and theory crafting while we show you guys a dungeon here in PAX Day. I think we're still waiting for someone to get logged back in. I'm going to pop over on Discord so I can listen to them. I'm going to undeafen. Yep, here we go. We're getting ready to move now. Somebody had crashed. Oh, look at the Hellions down there. What the heck? Pickle's animations just got all weird. Look at that. Here they come. He's bringing them in. We're going to stack them up. Here we go. Stack them up. My frames are being obliterated. Absolutely obliterated. These are level 4 elites. Level 4 elites. Athena says, call me a fangirl, but verse 3 is wonderful. Just hit 1,000 hours. There's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with that at all, Athena. I don't think that makes you a fangirl. I think you enjoy good things, you know? A fangirl would be if, even if the game was bad, you still like shield for it. You know what I mean? Even if there was bad things, you would have you would have the inability to point out the bad things or have a good conversation about things that were bad in the game, right? And I don't think that describes you at all. I think you enjoy the things that are good in the game, just like we all do. This has been an exponentially better experience than the other verses. It has just been really, really great compared to, but it's almost like this is where it should have been. So I think some people are just jaded like that. Some people just wanted this to be the first experience because now we're a year into early access and this is where we are. This is where we should have started. So I don't think that makes you a fangirl, but verse 3 has been really, really great so far, minus the bugs and the crashes and things like that. You just hit 1,000 hours. Yeah, I'm well over 2K deep currently, but it's been great. I don't think that makes you a fangirl. Templar says I'm off to bed, 2 days left. Have a good run, see you tomorrow. Sounds good, Templar. You have a good sleep, brother, and we will chat with you later. And thanks for all your hard work. Everyone, big round of applause. Get the briskets in the chat for Templar, man. Templar has been busting his ass to build the city. Blood Masons at their finest. We've been funneling him with materials. Thank you to everyone who's been donating all the different materials and stuff. Everyone's been doing so much hard work, man, but Templar has just been putting in the hours, non-stop building. Sun up, sun down, build, build, build. And he has to put up with me saying, hey, can we move this 1 foot to the left? Johnny says, I repeated myself, brain stutter. No worries, let me read your messages here really quick. Ange with a super chat, thank you so much. She says, Templar, you're the best. Good night, buddy. Appreciate you, Ange. And Templar, you are the best. Thank you so much for all your hard work. And thank you for the super chat, Ange. Really appreciate you. Johnny says, I feel like that's why I feel like it is a good time for me to hop in, learn the basics, and curve on the early, so when the full release, I'm not behind. Well, I mean, so for instance, Johnny, if you're looking to join the Blood Brothers and you want to hop in, you'll never be behind on the curve, and you'll have the freedom to enjoy the game the way that you want to. Holy bright room. You'll never be behind on the curve. You'll get to focus on whatever it is that you enjoy playing in the game. Because look how many of us there are. We can do anything with the power of friendship. And a couple good blows of the mace. Johnny goes on to say, I don't sub to any game right now. Nothing has come out where I feel like it's worth the sub. There's enough potential here for me to say the sub may actually be worth it. I would say personally, there's no way I would pay a sub right now as the game currently is, but that's me knowing absolutely everything about the game. I have my own views on this stuff. I know there's a lot of people who agree with that. I've talked with probably more people in the community than anyone else because the YouTube channel and all that. But I would say right now they need a lot of work still in order for it to be worth an actual subscription, especially with the way the grind is. So if they can get that dialed in, then we could maybe have a conversation about it. But I see where you're coming from, though, 100%. Ooh, look at this. Little hidey hole. Any secret entrances? Nope. No secrets. This is very bright in here, though. But I do see what you're saying, Johnny. It is definitely an exciting game when you first get into it. There's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of content to go through, 100%. What we do here at the Order of the Blood Brothers is we don't force anyone to progress faster than they want to by any means. You're free to go at whatever speed you like, and we'll help you get to wherever it is that you want to. We can power level if you want to be power leveled. We will leave you alone in the woods if you want to be left alone in the woods. We're just a support network to make sure that everyone has the things that they need in a friendly environment where we know that everyone has each other's backs. It's all about loyalty here. So if you're wanting to hop in, come and hop in with us. Plastic said, glad they made the lighting not suck so bad that you need 6 people just carrying lanterns around. Yeah, I am glad that they brightened it up a little bit, but I would also like to see... Oh, I need to test this. I need to see if this works. Did it piss him off? I think it did piss him off. He's coming around the corner. We'll see. I'm lagging so hard right now. It did piss him off. Interesting. Okay. So you can aggro them through the wall using your wind lash. gotta stack these guys up. There we go. Get a nice little cheeky stack. Wish my frames were better. They really need to optimize this game. Because they call it an MMO, but first of all, there's only like 80 people in any given shard at any given time. So you can only ever see 80 people at a time. And on top of it, you get 4 parties and you just start lagging like crazy. So I'm not sure. They really need to iron that out. But I do miss having the lanterns and the torches, though, plastic. Those were a lot of fun to mess around with. Lippy says, I am alone in the woods, and there are wolves after me. Oh no. I don't sub to WoW right now, but WoW is a pretty good one for me. I really enjoy WoW, depending on if the expansion is good. And with player housing coming in the fall, I'm really looking forward to checking that out. Athena says, bring back the torches. Yes! I don't even know why they got rid of them. We have a lantern lighting ceremony with the Hollow Aegis, which is a really fun RP thing that we would do. And it makes it very hard to do that when you don't have lanterns anymore. So Mainframe, please, if you're watching this, bring back the lanterns, man. We loved our lantern lighting ceremonies for the Hollow Aegis RP event. I have like 12 FPS right now, guys. I have actually 12 FPS. Is this a secret door? No. Oh, looks like Pickle wants to go this way. Blimpy, stay safe out there in the woods, brother. Yep, Pickle wants to go this way. I may have to do a relog. My freaking animations are all over the place. The combat is still pretty spammy. The abilities do feel good, and on smaller scale, you do get to see them shine a little better. But the combat is still pretty spammy. You hold left click to spam now, and then you spam your QRF pretty much. And your other abilities as well. You use those when you need extra DPS or recovery and things like that. Ooh, looks like there's stairs or a drop down or something. Oh, there are stairs right there. Yeah, man, stacking them up is the way to go. We did get our guild bank up and running now. I want to check for our secrets over here. Some of these walls aren't actually solid and you can glitch through them. Not really glitch, but you phase through them. It's not a glitch, it's intended. It's a little secret. Stack these two up. Smash them down. The numbers are a little intense on screen. Yeah, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Happy to answer anything that I possibly can for you guys. This was a dead end? There's no... These are modular dungeons. Like, this whole door could be opened up, and you can see the Zebian symbol up there. There we go, Pickle's taking us this way. And Johnny, I'll always tell you the truth, man. It's one of the things I pride myself on. You never need to worry if I'll never shill for a company. I'm always going to tell you the truth. Good, bad, or indifferent. I want you to make good purchases. Is that a boss? No, it's just an embalmer. Look at that. This stack is so satisfying. My 7 FPS, on the other hand, not so much. It definitely looks better on stream than it does in-game for me. In my software, it looks so smooth, but in-game, it's pretty choppy. When I get super low, then obviously it's going to affect it. What is through there? Piggly Wiggly, Zebulon, the back corner there. Nothing through this one. Oh wow, look at this guy. Did I aggro him? I did. No? Where's he going? I thought he was running for me. I thought I aggroed him through the wall. Yeah, there's Pickle. He pulled thread off me. Nice. Johnny says, you give me all the details. You're not giving me a one-sided bias, and I appreciate that, LOL. I'm on your Discord now. I'm trying to locate the private server details for PAX. Well, there is no private server for PAX. They're all public servers. We're currently located on US East, or North America, US East, Apollo, in the province of Caries, in the zone of Bronnier. That's where we are. I know that's a lot of information, but we're on North America, US East, Apollo is the name of our server. We're on the province of Caries, which is the map. But yeah, there's no private servers right now. There's a private server for Dune. We're on the private we have a private server for Dune. If you want to join our clan, you can go to our website, type !website in chat, and you'll get a link over to www.cheekybugger.net, where you can fill out an application to join the Order of the Blood Brothers and become a verified CBU member. And once you get verified, then you can have the details to the private server for Dune or any other server that we host. We do have a V-Rising server as well going on right now, and Icarus and stuff like that. Oh, we got a loot pile. Hell yeah. We can also chat after the dungeon run, after my stream and stuff's over also, if you need any help with anything. Interesting loot pile. What are we going to get out of here? Hopefully something interesting. But yeah, Johnny, I pride myself on giving you guys the information you need. Red runic leash and 45 gold. That's pretty sick right there. I pride myself on giving you guys all the details, good, bad, or indifference, that way you can make an educated decision. I don't want anyone to make a bad purchase, you know? Matters little to me if you buy the game or not. I don't get any money from it. Johnny says, awesome, I'm logging into PAX now, gonna see what this is all about. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, when you're logging in, make sure you pick the server Apollo, which is US, it's North America, US East, Apollo, that's our server. And then when you make your character, it'll ask you where you want to go. And if you want to be by us, make sure you pick the province of Caries and the zone of Bronnier. That's where we are. And then if you go straight east, you'll see Bloodhaven right from there. And then I don't know what you're wanting to do. If you do want to hook up with us, you can get that app in. What kind of boar is this? Is this just an old boar? Yeah, he's weak. We are in the province of Caries on the Apollo server in the zone of Bronnier. My animations are lagging hardcore. Oh, got a bunch right here. If you need help, Johnny, right now is a testing phase. So there's no shame in getting help on things and leveling up faster or anything like that to get to the point where you want to be in order to properly test the game. Don't worry about any of that. Just let people help you if you want help. Don't take the help if you don't want the help. It's completely up to you. But we can get you to wherever you need to be relatively easily. Because everything after this phase, verse 3, the whole game's going to be wiped before early access, before leaving early access, right? So I wouldn't worry too much about, you know, grinding up things too hard. Blimpy says, I've not paid close attention. Are you still clearing or working on respawns? I think we're still clearing. I'm going to relog really quick. I'm just going to log out and log back in really quick. Johnny says, I located it. I enjoy the curve. And if I need help, I'll definitely reach out on the Discord or in game. Figuring out is half the fun. I agree. I'm the same way. I like the early game struggle and a lot of stuff, and I don't like spoilers. Spoilers, that's my pet peeve. That shit pisses me off. So I'm right there with you. But I just like to offer it to people so that way they know. All right, there we go. My frames are a little better now. It's really weird, like a log out and log back in seems to fix a lot of things. Because now I'm at 45 frames as opposed to 7. Quite the improvement. Confectioner back in this corner. We host all kinds of events as well, Johnny. We put on the Festival of Realms, which is a big seasonal festival where we host the Fabled Forage. We have the Shifting Grove Labyrinthine Maze. We have archery tournaments. We have all kinds of fun stuff. If you're into RP. Even if you're not into RP, they're still fun. Oh, this Hellions glitched. He's teleported. Yep, there he goes. He just teleported out. Let's take a peek over here. Anything cool going on? What the hell? There he goes. Now he's on pickle. The AI is a bit wonky. Plastic says, you have some button on your mouse bound to F12. I have a button on my mouse bound to F12? What do you mean? Oh, you heard the screenshot. You heard the Steam screenshot? Is that what it's bound to? Is that what F12 is? I think it's actually control something or another, because watch, I'll push it again. It'll take a screenshot and it'll activate my... It'll also activate my, my control button. See, I think it's like control F12 or something like that. It's probably for World of Warcraft. Sometimes I accidentally bump it and it takes a screenshot and does all that. Johnny says, the most RP I've been into is just being a helpful guy. I patrol noob areas and just hand stuff out. Late game WoW, that's all I did. Doing role wars with 30 level 40s for the first mount and training. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, we have all kinds of people in our clan, from the most adept role players to novices and everyone in between. I mean, we accommodate everybody pretty much. If you want to be a fly on the wall and just be at big events and have fun, you could do that. If you want to be a guard and just patrol town, I mean, there's something for everybody. Absolutely something for everybody. I want to peek in here. What do we got? I'm just going to peek around this corner. Oh, yep, there's a bad guy. I'll check different little areas and stuff like that sometimes. Oh, my weapon is busted. The weapon durability is abysmal in this game. Nice heals. Everyone's doing amazing heals. Johnny says, do the bandit camps attack your towns yet? No, nothing like that. It's all pretty static. That would be cool, though. We've been wanting things like that for so long in the game, and that's what we mean by the game has so much potential, right? There's so much that the game could do. It's just a matter of, are they going to do it or not? What level is my Great Mauls up to? Let me see. We're getting close to 10, and then once I get to 10, I'll be able to equip this new Iron Great Maul. This does 76 compared to 55. quite a bit more damage. Aha, here's a little secret tunnel, so to speak. I don't know if we're going in there just yet. I'm gonna wait and see what these guys do. Our main tank is gonna make the call if we're going in there. Looks like not going in there just yet. But that is a little bit of a secret that you guys will get to see a little bit later. Leave you on a cliffhanger. To be continued. I'm going to undeafen on Discord for a minute so I can hear what they're saying. Oh, they're determining if we're going to keep going. Because people's durability on their gear, everything breaks pretty quick. There goes Pickle. Yeah, there are mobs down that hallway there. I always try to wrap around the backside when we're fighting in these hallways and stuff, the more people can pile around them. Johnny says, I'm not a coder, nor have I ever been a part of a dev team, but I'd imagine it'd be very doable. Spawn a small army of big groups. Well, I mean, look at the new RuneScape Dragon Wilds. That game's a lot of fun. It's not on as big of a scale yet. It's still pretty small scale, but they did talk about increasing it for more and more people. But they do that. You get attacked by different camps and stuff pretty regularly in that game. In fact, it was too often at one point, but things like that are very immersive. In V Rising, they have patrols in the world where they'll have different patrols will be on the roads, and there will be different carriages. Sorry, it's hard to focus on fighting and my train of thought. But there's carriages in the world that you can attack and assault, and how the heck did they get over there? Are we stuck in a maze? What the heck? Oh, this way. Ah, Bloated Hellion, that's what's giving them all that trouble. I love things like that, though. It makes the world dynamic and feel alive and living. Johnny says it gives you a notification giving you people time to prep or time to engage before they even reach the town. Yeah, there's a lot of potential there. That would be awesome. And even if it was completely voluntary, that would be something that I would voluntarily do for immersion and for fun. And for a reward, like, you know, Minecraft, you get a reward for luring the illagers to the village or whatever when you have the bad omen. You get a reward for doing that. You can then get Hero of the Village or whatever the hell it is. So if they had some type of reward system, it would be worthwhile. Yeah, Dragon Wilds is awesome. I think that is an absolutely stupendous game. So very good. I love that game a lot. I haven't had a chance to play too much of it. Just because with my dedication to my clan and to my team and, you know, my community, I'm in so many other different things, and then trying to keep up with streaming and whatnot. We got a big, majestic loot pile down here. We got a nice big pull. Pickle's gonna bring them around this side here. Let's get them with an F, stack them up. Frames go to trash. Dragon Wilds has been so much fun. If they can keep building on that foundation and just adding more and more and more and more to that game and increasing its scope, it is so much fun. The combat, everything about that game is just really great. Little quirks here and there, but really great game. Johnny goes on to say, got my enjoyment out of it. It'll be a new focus of mine when it's complete. I don't want to burn myself out on it before it had its chance, kind of like PAX. 100%. I agree 100% with you. Magnificent loot trove. Here we go. This is going to be the cream of the crop. What are we going to get from this thing? Did they change these? 117 gold and 2 extracts. A lot of gold. Look at this place. The immersion you get in a place like this. Can you imagine this with traps? That's the room we were just in. You get the feels down in these, that's for sure. Athena says Bellrite has wandering bandits that raid your camp. Athena, I've heard a lot about Bellrite. I haven't actually played it though. Is that game any good in your opinion? How many players can play Bellrite? I tend to like games that are like Conan, where you can have more people, or V Rising, where you can have, you know, hundreds of people on your server. Because then it allows for everybody to, even if they're in their own little groups and stuff, it allows a lot of people to come together in the same space. Like in Dune, you can have only 40 people on your server at once, but hundreds can build their homes there. You just can't be all logged in at the same time. Johnny says, its state now is what it should have been. So even though I probably won't reach any late game stuff, I can still experience the new combat. They all go this way? Yeah, looks like they're going this way. Sorry, I'm going to read the rest of your message here in just a moment. Looks like we're backtracking to that hole, probably, if I had to guess. Oh! Secret! Look at this! This is a secret! Secret tunnel! I didn't even realize that we went through that last time, if we did. Hell yeah. That's what those secrets look like, guys. But Johnny says, I can still experience the new combat that I wouldn't have had access to. And that's why I like getting in on early access stuff. You know, you can definitely get burnt on early access, or you can have an amazing time in early access. It really just depends. Here we go. I'm going to make sure everybody gets out. I'm going to pop over on Discord just for a second and make sure everybody gets out. Is there anybody still left in the dungeon besides the people who are standing around the hole? I want to make sure everybody gets out. All right, in we go. So here you go. You're going to get to see a little secret tunnel action. Secret tunnel in plastic. I'll show you where we just entered this dungeon, and I'll show you where we're about to be. After we load in, that is. Bellrite is co-op up to 4 players. Graphics combat are good, but lacks content. Gotcha, yeah. See, that's the thing. The limit to 4 players, that's the biggest thing. It's hard to, you know, host a server or something and only be able to have 4 people be able to get in there. 16 is pretty decent. So this is where it takes us to. And I'm going to open my map here and show you where we are. Check this out. We're in Bronir. This is our home right here at Bloodhaven. We went up. We got the teleporter for aUEC. We went over here into the dungeon for a molting chamber. In there, there's a backdoor exit, which brings you all the way down here, right next to another dungeon. So now I think we're going to go over here and we're going to hit this dungeon. But check that out. Look how far that took us. Pretty good way to get around, to be honest. Johnny says, I tend to lead towards early access games more than any trending titles. A lot of diamonds in the rough hiding. Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a ton of good games that you can find. Is this where I'm supposed to go? Yeah. This is where we're moving. Classic says, any rosemary or morels over there? I need rosemary and morels. I'm not sure, actually. I haven't done much gathering. Again, I've spent 4 days in front of... I spent 4 days in front of a... I wish I had a lantern really bad. In front of a crafting table making pillars and beams and stuff for Templar to be able to build. I'm just telling them where I'm at. They were asking where I was. I'm coming out now, guys. So sounds like we might not be running that other dungeon just because time constraints, people want to go eat dinner and stuff. But our intentions were to run that dungeon and then come run this dungeon. Look at this place though. This is some of the new stuff inside of this biome. These new trees. This game is definitely beautiful. And when you have friends to enjoy it with, it makes it all the better. But check out that biome. They have some really good feels. Some really, really good feels in this game. But that was Molting Chamber. Easy peasy. Just absolutely obliterated it. There's ghosts and stuff all out in these fields. We're going to be doing a lot more exploring coming up, especially if they can keep up with these patches into PAX Day. If the devs can keep producing content like this patch, this is how it always should have been. If they can keep up with this game could be something special. I'm worried. So this is my main fear, guys. I'm going to tell you what my main fear about PAX Day is that it just falls to the wayside because of uninterest. Not enough content going into the game. Things like that, slowing down production, whatever it may be. Not having enough to keep people's attention for long enough is the thing that I fear the most for PAX Day. I think it's the biggest thing working against it right now, because if you look at the number of returning players over on SteamDB, the players who are willing to come back for each big patch is reducing. They only have so many times to sell people on the game and to hook them and to really convince them that this is for them, right? So they really need to produce. They need to do their best to pump out high quality content, fix these bugs that we have that have been here since day one, and really, really get us the content we need. There was more stuff in alpha than we have now. We're missing world bosses. We're missing enchanting with jewelry. There's so many things that were taken out. Johnny says, I've noticed a lot of the group, if not everyone, is either staff or melee. Bows not viable. Bows really aren't a thing too much, Johnny, because there's no special abilities associated with them. Their DPS is very limited. They can be useful in PvP, but they're not very viable in dungeons. When you shoot a bow, it will AoE aggro everything within a certain range around that. Everything within a certain range around that bow will get pulled towards you. So it tends to have some issues with its viability. Hopefully they give us our mage abilities back. We used to have fireballs and stuff like that. Yeah, it looks like this is where we're going to end our dungeon run. We're going to get back to the grind. If you need anything, you know where to find us over in Bloodhaven. If you have a clan or a community who you want to join the Fellowship of the Free Cities, you guys can put an application in on our website. Join our Discord, guys. We have a bunch of great people over there. We play all kinds of games. We're just about enjoying life. I mean, listen, you could walk out your front door tomorrow, get hit by a bus. You should enjoy today with good people, having good fun, making good memories, playing good games. That's what we're all about. We're all about having fun here. If that sounds good to you guys, please consider joining the Cheeky Buggers United. Get that verified CBU status. Come have fun with us in all the games that we play. Plastic says, bows are useful for pulling, but the problem is that your special attacks on cooldown when you re-equip your weapons. Yeah, but the bows also AoE pull. Sometimes you don't want to pull a whole room like that. They can be tricky. I think that the bows, I think, are an afterthought. They said that they want to give bows some more love in the future. So hopefully bows get a little bit of a shine up here. They get a little bit of a polish on them. So that way they can reach their full potential. There was crossbows on the skill chart, but they removed that. Are we heading over to this other dungeon? I don't think we are. Are we? I think there still is enough people where we probably could. I don't know if they're wanting to or not. I'm just going to stick with them and see where we end up. But that was Molten Chamber. Quite the dungeon up there on the top of the hill. I think that's another dungeon. Johnny says I like this to blow up for them. And a bow nerd. Yeah, I mean, range stuff can be pretty cool. There's a lot that goes into it. I think they're trying to balance what they have and bring us content for what we currently have, fix the things that we currently have before introducing more things. In fact, we used to have more weapons. We used to have fireballs. We used to have weapons with special effects on them where you could light things on fire, poison them, weaken them, and things like that. They took all that out now too. They took out one-handed axes. They took out a lot of different things. The Zweihander, giant swords they took out. They've been removing more stuff than they've been putting in, and that has pissed off a lot of people. But stick with us here on the channel. Please consider clicking subscribe if you like my content. I'm going to go get some food here myself, actually, and see if we're going to be running another dungeon. If so, I'll probably record the dungeon. We've already been streaming for pushing 3 hours now, but I'll probably record it and I'll get it uploaded as a video for you guys. But I love interacting with you guys in live chat. I really do appreciate you guys tuning in here tonight. It's been a blast to hang out with you guys. We play all kinds of other stuff. Let me know what different videos and content and shorts you guys want to see here on the channel. If there's another game that you think is up and coming that is worth a look, let me know. I got a lot of stuff coming up though, so stay tuned. Click that subscribe button. If you guys liked what you've seen here tonight, please consider clicking that like button as well. It really helps the channel out. Massive shout out to all of my channel members. Everyone who is dedicated enough and loves my work enough to want to support it. Thank you so much. If you'd like to become a channel member yourself, you can click that join button down at the bottom. We do have other options as well, like super chats and things and Tangias. All of that really, really helps the channel out. I really do appreciate all of your guys' generosity. Thank you so much for supporting my work and helping me to remain independent so that way I can bring you guys independent content and tell you guys the truth. But get your apps in early. We got a lot of people, a lot of apps on the pending list. Get your applications in early, whether it be for the Fellowship of the Free Cities or otherwise. Havoc, I haven't forgotten about you, man. We just got a lot going on right now. I will be getting to a lot of applications coming up in the next couple days. So if you guys are pending, check back on the website. If your application is pending, reach out to me on Discord, void_lock, and we will get to you as soon as we possibly can. But thank you guys for going through this dungeon with us. I'm going to be uploading the world first dungeon clear of verse 3 that we got 4 days ago. We recorded. I'll be getting that to you guys here soon. Going to get that edited. But that's going to do it for me. Any questions, you can hop onto our Discord and chat with us. Johnny says, I'll see you around PAX. See you in Discord as well. Have a good day, man. You as well, Johnny. I really appreciate you stopping by the stream and chatting with me. It's my favorite thing to do is to chat with you guys. But everyone, don't forget what PAX is all about. Don't forget what this channel is all about. It's about building community. It's about bringing people together and having fun, playing fun games with good people. Making memories that are going to last a lifetime. We have so many memories that we've made together. All the lore of our clan. All kinds of fun memories. That's what it's all about. Continue to do the right thing even when no one's watching. And always act in good faith. But until I see you guys, I'm going to be bashing skulls in of these. Well, I guess they don't really have skulls because they're non-corporeal. Somehow we're able to hit them. But I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.
Within the cave, dark and grim, Voidlar stands, no time for whim. Blood brothers fight, imps with fire. In the shadows, brave desire. Back to back, they never tire. Swords and spells rising higher. Hiss and roar the night within. Clashing steel, the battle's din. Never falter, always strong. In the dark where we belong. Voidlar leads the fearless pack. Brotherhood will never crack. Hellish imps and eerie light. Through the night their hearts ignite. Fear is gone, their spirits steer. Through the pain they have no fear. Eyes agleam within a flame. Every foe they shall defame. Brothers bound by iron will. Every pulse silent still. Never falter, always strong. In the dark where we belong. Voidlar leads the fearless pack. Brotherhood will never crack. Hellish imps and eerie light. Through the night their hearts ignite. Fear is gone, their spirits steer. Through the pain they have no fear. Eyes agleam within a flame. Every foe they shall defame. Brothers bound by iron will. Every pulse silent still. Never falter, always strong. In the dark where we belong. Voidlar leads the fearless pack. Brotherhood will never crack.